Should I say hello? Should I start with hello?
Sure.
Hello there, everybody. This is Camsauce 505 or Cameron and Jackhammer 13 or Michael.
Hey.
And this is the first episode of the Enigmatic Celerity Podcast.
So more or less, we just have a bunch of different topics, as all podcasts do, and we just talk about them as much as we can in as little time as possible. Generally, I'd probably try and do this in person, but we might be doing it on Skype every now and again, just like the Creature Talk podcast used to do it back in the day. So, Cameron, you can go ahead and start us off with the first
topic.
First topic.
Yes. I'm gonna add something first. I feel like we might be doing this a lot on Skype because getting together.
We're only half an hour away, but I don't have a license. And the Swaggin' Wagon.
The Swaggin' Wagon.
The Swaggin' Wagon. That's all that needs to be said.
The Swaggin' Wagon is my van. I don't have a license. I have a permit, but I've had it for like almost 2 years now, and I'm just too lazy to get a license. But anyway, so our first topic is we're going to be talking about YouTube in general, I guess, and our channels and ideas what we have.
I've already kind of gone over this on my channel with from beginning to end as best as I could, but I can continue and we'll put it on your channel so that people know about me. So
well, they should know about you. I have you as a friend.
That's true, but not always works like that.
Yeah, sadly.
All right.
People don't subscribe. Anyway.
17 and you have what, 9, 10, something like that now?
Yeah, 9. I have somebody who's has a Japanese name.
Oh yeah, I think that's RD.
Is that Raphael?
I think RD has the Japanese characters. He's subscribed to my channel. But...
I was like, okay, so this is either somebody from Japan or this is just one of my weeaboo friends.
Weeaboo.
So it's a pretty big toss-up.
That's pretty true.
It's pretty true. A lot of my friends are weeaboos.
Basically. Yeah. I'm not.
You're not.
I'm cool like that.
You're cool like that.
I'm the... All right.
Anyway.
Actually, let's talk about a topic now.
Oh yeah, so,
YouTube. Yeah, I've been having trouble lately trying to get back into the swing of things, and Cameron here has been helping me out. He's a really good friend like that.
No, I try.
I don't know what it is. For some reason, YouTube just doesn't click during the school year right now. I have to have more time, I think.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, whenever we both have a schedule, but you record or do you edit?
I don't do much on the schedule anymore. I never started the schedule. We wrote the schedule up, and first day was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I actually did a couple of things, and then I was like, I don't want to work out, and so everything just fell apart after I stopped working out. It was great.
Yeah, every day is like, all right, I'm gonna start the schedule. I'm gonna work out when I come home. Still don't want to work out right now. I just want to. Gonna go on the internet for
I want to sleep.
That's it, but I don't want to sleep because
internet and
internet and Pokemons. But yeah, I record mainly on the weekends, and I don't know. I feel like that I just need, like you said, I just want to sleep and not want to do anything else. I don't know. School's not even that difficult though, but it's just that.
Yeah. This year especially has been really toll on me. I don't understand why. The work is easy. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
I have plenty of time. Yeah. I just don't do anything in the time.
Yep.
Senioritis really hit hard.
It did.
It sucks.
How much work can I do on the ride to school is the question.
How much work can I not do on the ride to school and just sleep?
How much work can I do during the day that it's due? How can I use my other classes to finish work the class after it?
Yes. Especially third period right before our biggest class of the day, physics.
Oh, physics, yeah.
Everybody. It's not just us. I think that's just how it works.
Yeah.
But we need light.
Yeah, I guys.
Just keep.
We should probably just turn on the light switch. That might have been a smarter idea. I'm gonna turn on the light switch. I'll be right back. You can keep on talking.
So, to sort of go into what my channel is basically going to be doing, if I ever get around to it, when I decide to finally get a PC recorder, which I've been talking about since January, by the way, when I started up my YouTube channel's actual uploading stuff, I'm probably going to be doing a whole lot of RPG-style gameplay. So, more than likely Persona, the entire series. I kind of want to play Shadow of the Colossus, and I wanted to get into Final Fantasy, but I'm not sure what games I would play in that, and I don't know anything about the game series itself. So
I think I feel that Final Fantasy is pretty. I don't know how to define it, but it's not. I don't feel like they're connected. Like the sequels, like they're in the same world, but like the characters and the story itself. And I hear it's either 6 or 5 is good, along with 7. But
Right, that's what I've heard as well, but I don't know much.
well, you could play 13 too, which is a wonderful game, and
Oh
everyone
yes,
loves.
everyone 13-2s.
It's a wonderful movie.
Second best movie. IGN rated a 10 out of 10.
It's okay.
No game's perfect.
Never.
All right.
Oh.
And after I finish that, I don't know what I'm gonna jump into yet. I have so many games in my arsenal, but I put them all into like tiers when I reach 100 subs, 200 subs, and people don't sub. And I think a big part of it is that I don't have good content. But
Michael, you gotta stop being so self-conscious and self-demeaning.
Self-demeaning.
Self-deprecating. No, demeaning.
Demeaning.
You're demeaning yourself.
Self-denotating. What does self mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's me.
You've been picking up on subs lately.
I have, and I think a lot of that has to do with Freedom. Freedom's a really cool network, and I've talked to Cameron about this. I don't know if I want to stick with them because I'm gaining money, but I don't use the money. I don't have a PayPal account, so they can't transfer the money.
It's not hard.
I could.
It takes like 10 minutes to set everything up.
But that's true. It's true. I just don't know what I would do with the money. I don't know what I would do with the money. Like, I have an idea. I'm gonna just like split half and half for the channel and half for like charity and stuff. But I'm not sure exactly what I could do with 11 cents.
You can do a lot. Wait till the Steam sale comes in. You can pick up like 3 games.
3 games off of 11 cents. Sad part is that's probably true too. Yeah.
It's definitely true.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I actually kind of want to play Haunted Memories, which is kind of like a Slender game. I think I want to play that Halloween, so I want to get a PC recorded before Halloween.
Before Halloween and do Halloween special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Humble Bundle recently, and it came with Deadly Premonition, like the original.
I watched some of that game, and I could not that game.
Really?
I could not that game.
Was it scary, or was it just bad?
It was bad. It was pretty badly made. I felt it.
Well then, I was also on Steam. You can craft these badges, which get your Steam level up. Which is completely pointless, just a giant waste of money. But I enjoy it because it's not playing games.
Tell them the hat story.
The hat. Oh,
You have to now that you mentioned the Steam badges.
I have a friend named Ali, and me and him would play TF2 together, and we would play it after school ended. And you see, Ali would just leave his account on because he thought nobody would mess with it, and he left one afternoon. And I'm like, wait a second, his account's on. He's got a bunch of items. I recently discovered crafting. I'm going to take all of his items and craft into metals and make hats with it. And I did that, and he didn't know what was happening. He contacted Valve about somebody hacking his account. He was like super angry. He kept talking to me about it, and he was like searching the forums for what could have happened.
What could have done?
And then I'm like, Ali, I don't know, dude. I don't know what happened. You got to find out.
This was back in what, 9th or 10th grade?
Like 9th grade.
You didn't find out till this year.
I didn't tell him this year, like a couple weeks ago. But I did it 3 other times. Like I've stolen his items so many times. I just stopped playing TF2 because of that. I moved on to Counter-Strike. It was worth the hats.
I kind of want to CS:GO as well.
You want to CS:GO?
It's only for the opening cases. I don't think I'd ever play the game. Case opening is just the best.
It is.
I enjoy trying to find knives.
I remember when I played TF2 and would just constantly spend like $150 just opening crates, just hoping to get an unusual and then never getting unusual, just getting crappy strangers that I already have.
Yeah,
it's just so bad.
I never got into TF2. I don't game much.
Well, computer game.
I watch.
Yeah, you watch games, which is good. It'll help you with YouTube.
I honestly think I've watched more games than I've ever played.
Really?
I honestly believe that. Yeah.
God.
Like I played the entire Pokemon series up till Black and White, so that was what, 10 games?
Yeah.
Roughly, something like that.
Did you ever beat the games?
I beat all of the games except for Fire Red, which I didn't beat until like last year.
I have never beaten a Pokemon. Beat Pearl.
Beat Pearl.
Only Pokemon game I've ever beaten was Pearl.
Pearl. I love Pearl.
And that was because Palkia championed me through the Elite Four.
That's kind of what my Swampert and Groudon did when I was younger. I would only use one Pokemon. I trained it up to be like level 90, and it would just tank everything.
Everything would die.
It didn't matter what it was. It could be a water type Pokemon, and I would use a water move and just destroy.
That's how you would play Pokemon as a kid. It's just, this is my only Pokemon. I had him from the beginning. He's going to be everything.
He's going to be the only thing.
I never caught Pokemon. Like, for the Pokedex, I'd catch, like, a Pidgey because I needed Fly.
Yeah.
And then it would just be a random assortment of other things.
It'd be an HM horror, basically.
Yeah, it'd be an HM horror. Oh, Pidgey.
I think the only interesting time I ever played Pokemon was I decided to get a Turtwig. I then traded the Turtwig over to another team on one of my other games and just used Luxray, or not Luxray, I guess it was Shinx at the time, as my starter Pokemon. And I had so much fun with that. I think I'm actually going to do that if I do Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
No, are you doing Diamond and Pearl?
I think I'm actually going to play Platinum.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What I'm going to do is, and don't tell anybody this because this is supposed to be a secret.
Super secret.
Tier stuff later on.
Keep this on the GL.
This is going to stick on Camsauce's channel. But I think when I finally do Pokemon at 500 subscribers, the first game I'm going to play is going to be Yellow.
Yellow?
And when I play Yellow, I'm going to do a storyline. I actually have a storyline written. I just need to write the lyrics. Not the lyrics. The script. I need to write the script. I'm going to have like voices and everything.
It's not going to be a musical?
No, it's not going to be a musical.
Oh.
I could make a couple episodes of musicals, but it's basically I'm going to tie in every single game to like pop culture and then tie all the games in together at the very end of it or something like that. So it's going to be the first game. I'm going to play as Ash. Ash is going to get what's it called? He's going to become a demon's going to go inside him. Like a Ghastly's going to take over.
He's going to get possessed?
Yes, possessed. Thank you. The Ghastly's going to possess him. He's going to turn evil. And then that's why he's on top of the mountain in game 2. And I'm going to be playing Crystal for that.
Alright.
And so in Crystal, I have a cool dude who ends up beating Red and frees him from the Gengar. Because at that time, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a Gengar. And then Gen 3, it's going to be like a Matrix reference. And then, I don't know how, but I'm going to somehow connect games 1 and 2 to game 3. I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to do there for that. And then Gen 4, I'm just going to do normal LP style, and then have it get taken over by the Illuminati.
By the Illuminati?
Yeah, like the Illuminati is going to take over sometimes. It's going to be great. Gen 5 is going to be LP style, but I'm going to have a second personality that takes over every now and again and just like fucks with me. I've seen that before done, so it's kind of a repeat, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do for Gen 6 yet, though. So.
Yeah, that sounds quite enjoyable.
It's going to take a while. It's going to be hard work.
That sounds like it's going to be...
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I really want to get into making more stories instead of actually playing games in LP. I want to make...
Like machinimas and stuff like that?
Stuff,
yeah, they're good. Have you watched that with like Freeman's Mind or something like that? It was an old machinima back on machinima. Another
I
guy
don't watch much machinimas.
He essentially played through the original Half-Life, and he because you know how he's a mute, right, Gordon Freeman?
Yeah.
Or he doesn't talk. I don't know if he's mute. He did all the thinking for him, like in the game about like what's happening, and it's incredibly enjoyable. I don't know if he ever finished the game, but back when I watched, he didn't. But it's really great.
That's cool. Yeah, the person that I watched, Dark-Minded Sith, he did a Leaf Green play, and he only got to like episode 13. He had an episode where he made fun of Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now?
It was Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now.
He had an episode about the Dreamboat when he was on the SSN, the TV show The Dreamboat, from way back in the 70s, 80s, something like that. It was pretty good. 13 episodes was sadly canceled. He ran out of things to talk about, but it was pretty funny. And then I can't remember who it is. I think it was KS6 Scope. He would leave the mic and pretend that his like hamster would take over, and his hamster was like a really high pitched voice of him, obviously. Okay. And he would just screw around. And so this episode I was watching of, I think it was Pokemon Yellow. He got him to Articuno, And so afterward, Chaos 6 Scope was like, I don't know how I got in here. So he played them for about 15 minutes trying to get out after catching all the
Good. I'm just stuck.
It was
the
great.
ice game.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love you too.
when you said Apocalypse Now, I was drawing a blank as into that like old Vietnam movie.
Right.
And I was thinking of the TV show Action League Now, and I was super confused about what you were talking about. Like what with Milkman and that was a great show.
I don't think I remember watching that.
You've never seen Action League Now?
No.
And it's like 13 episodes, but it's like these. It's like an old superhero show, and it's with these action figured like dolls basically. Whatever you want to call them.
I get you.
They have personalities, and it's so stupid and wonderful. It was like made back in the 90s, and it was great.
90s cartoons.
90s cartoons.
They're the best. All right.
Now the cartoons these days, these kids,
These whippersnappers, I tell you,
they don't know nothing about nothing.
that Gumball show. Actually, Gumball's pretty okay. I think The Adventures of Gumball,
The
Fabulous World of Gumball,
yeah,
something
Fabulous
stupid
World
like
of
that.
Gumball. That's it.
The Amazing World of Gumball. That's what
I don't know. I tried watching Cartoon Network today actually
Nice.
before I came over here, and I don't know. They keep on having like new pilots, and I feel like their shows are only getting like 1 or 2 seasons anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Whatever happened to like School
like
3000
School? What is that?
or the Andre 3000 show? It was like
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of the show. I've never watched it.
I never watched it either, but I remember like
I don't know. I feel
it had only a few episodes and it was canceled. I think it was a bit too risque for Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network cancels a bunch of like good shows. Like Justice League Now I heard was really good, and I've seen like stuff from it, and it seems like I feel like they have a lot of like they had a Batman Batman Unmasked or something. It's
That
now
was
on
alright. It's on CW now, isn't it?
it's on Toonami.
Toonami.
It's Adult Swim on Saturdays.
Right.
They do anime and stuff. And I don't know. They also had a Samurai Jack.
Samurai
Jack was a
Samurai
great
Jack.
show, but then Crunchy. Well, anime. No. Cartoon Network canceled that. And I don't know. It got like 1 season. Yeah. It's disappointing. When shows
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Foster's was really good.
Foster's was one of the best TV shows ever.
Yeah, Foster's
Hands down. Number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10.
It's up there. Doesn't matter what you like. It's number 10.
My gym partner's a monkey was pretty good too, but it was definitely not up there.
It wasn't.
Caliber.
I enjoyed my.
It wasn't that caliber,
but it wasn't up there.
Who Named Kids Next Door?
I like Kids Next Door. They like ended that though.
They ended that.
They like had a conclusion, which I'm happy with.
They I guess they concluded it with Good Will Hunting for Foster's Home.
Yeah,
but that
I don't know.
That left me feeling so much emotion. I was like, why? Why?
Oh God, Good Will Hunting. That hurt.
That hurt. That episode hurt.
It did hurt.
That movie, I guess.
It was a movie.
It was like an hour and a half.
Yeah. I remember when that was premiering. Oh God.
Teen Titans, the original. Teen Titans Go sucks.
Yeah.
But Teen Titans, the original.
Dude, I watch what's his name? It's Pan Pizza is his name. I don't know if that's his YouTube channel or not. It might be different. Anyway, Pan Pizza, he does like stuff about cartoons and stuff and things.
Right.
He's really good, and I think he's pretty funny, and he has a podcast too. But he was talking about Teen Titans Go, and he was talking about this clip. The creators of Teen Titans Go, like the creative directors or something, have never watched Teen Titans when they made it. So
that's actually pretty good then, because they got the characters pretty close.
Well, I mean, I assume they could get the characters, but I mean, like, I don't know.
That's true.
They got the voice cast back together.
That was good.
But then it's just like it's a comedy now, and like Teen Titans it had comedy, but
it was
moments,
dramedy.
Yeah, it was dramedy.
Yeah,
like it could make you feel and stuff, and it was great. It wasn't just laughs.
Yeah, it wasn't just like Beast Boy being like crazy all the time. He had some moments, but he actually had a sensitive side to him, which you saw every now and again.
And then there was Robin with that whole Slade thing where like he needs to protect his friends, but he was supposed to hurt. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was a good show. We got really off topic, but
all right.
About YouTube.
Topic number 2. We can move on from YouTube for now.
I talked about my YouTube.
Oh
no!
I
want to go to topic 2.
This is on your YouTube channel, so I think people would understand like if you talk about it.
Okay, well, for my YouTube channel, I may or may not have an update video coming out. I have the video recorded, but without the commentary.
We talked about why we wouldn't upload.
Yeah, we did.
Just laziness, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. All our Pokemons. But but what's going on my YouTube channel is that I'm planning to do a 100th video special if I ever get to that, which is probably more likely than me getting a 100 subscriber special like sooner, I guess.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna be doing a 100 video special. And it's also gonna be my 1,000 views special.
I wanted to do a 505th video special, but now that that's out of my name, I'll keep it there for the people who have watched my first 38 videos.
I thought you were at 27.
I'm looking the 30s, bro. I can look it up. I can look at this. We got a computer now.
While we're looking it up.
While we're looking it up.
Go ahead.
But no, I was, because that 505, I've had it for a while, but I feel like having a number, I don't know, kind of.
He's taking advice from Tom Scott, guys. I mean, that's pretty much all that happens here. It boils down to that.
No, but when I made my channel, do I?
You can go to favorites and Camsauce 505 should be there.
I'm under favorites.
Yeah, dude, you're the top of my favorites, basically. I mean, a little bit below there, but
it's fine. Physics is above me.
Physics is above you. Well, I have to get there faster, so.
No, don't. I don't.
Why are you watching New Hire?
Because this was your favorites. You favorited my New Hire.
What are you doing? You went off of your channel.
I don't know. Michael. I'm sorry. I'm having a brain fart.
You just gave yourself 2 views. Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
You got to 42 views, by the way, so that's pretty cool.
On what? That 6 higher? 44.
Kobosaurus is in yours now. Nice.
Yeah, I added him today.
Nice.
He has 2 subscribers. One of them's me.
One of them's me.
Oh, well then. And you have 17. Look at you.
I'm a beast.
But now I should have around 9.
I guarantee you, Cole's gonna have more subscribers than both of us by the time
By the
finally
time he
gets
gets
the
up
video
to it.
out.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. But what was I saying? Updates?
You were trying to figure out the number of videos you had at first.
Oh, that works too.
So there's 20 on the front page there.
All right, 8 plus 6.
30 rather. 30.
All right, 21 plus 8 plus 6 plus 1.
What?
Yeah. What's it?
28 plus 6 plus 1.
Wait. So that's I have 36. I have 36.
How does that work? You only have 30 in the grid.
No.
6 go down. 30. Load more.
36.
36. Okay. Okay.
Michael, I know how to do math.
I didn't math.
It's
I'm sorry.
21 plus 1, 22 plus 8, 30 plus 6, 36. It's easier to do it in tens. I feel. I have like a 2nd grade math level. So.
Okay. See, you're going Common Core, man. I don't understand that.
It's easier.
It's easy. Speaking of Common Core, no, we're not going to get on that train. No,
we're not?
That takes too long.
You want to talk about it?
You can. I forgot the topics. I've already forgot the topics.
It's YouTube. Are we done on YouTube?
Yeah. You still haven't said your YouTube stuff. I mentioned all mine.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
How many minutes? 20 minutes in?
You're
just
getting me off time. We're like 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
24. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. I've been buying a bunch of cheap games on Steam recently, and I'm thinking about doing Let's Plays in them. Maybe not like Let's Plays, but kind of like maybe just like a 20-minute let's see what this is about episode.
Yeah.
Like I feel like those are
first 5 or something like that. I mean, it's obviously not going to be first 5 because Creatures did that, and that would be copyright.
Yeah, yeah, they copyrighted it.
I don't think they have.
No, but just like a kind of like, hey, this is what the game is like. This is how I feel. This is me playing it. If you want to see more, and if I get positive feedback, I'll play more. If not, this was a fun video to make. Stuff like that.
Yeah, and if it wasn't a fun video.
If it wasn't a fun video to make, then that can just die in obscurity in my channel.
Generally happens like
which
that.
Like is my channel just overall.
Just dies in obscurity.
Just dies in obscurity.
Oblivion Let's Play. I love this game. 30 episodes in, I'm done.
I love Oblivion, but it's I don't know.
Minecraft.
It was
Oblivion episode 6.
Episode 6.
I love Minecraft. Episode 6. I'm done.
I go on. Shut up, okay?
Hey, I understand exactly. I mean, I was playing SmackDown Twister now for 32 episodes too, and I'm done with that.
And then you're done with that, yeah. It happens.
I apologize, fans who like that game, by the way. It just happens. Sometimes you play a game and just don't like it anymore. So, I couldn't get you good videos anyway from that. I'm a horrible commentator.
I felt up like an Oblivion. Like I'm just gonna drop this now because
Yeah.
that was like the first series I did a Let's Play through. So I feel like it's just not gonna be.
Yeah. I mean, I think I should finish it. Honestly, I mean, I've gotten 32 episodes in, and I only need 20 more
To finish it.
to finish.
That must
my
be nice.
series.
Oblivion's a little bit longer.
Just
Just
a little
a
bit.
tad.
I mean, you only have to put in about 175 hours into
I
that
also
game.
said I wanted to do every DLC too. And
That's the 175.
and by every
hours.
DLC, that's like just one main DLC and like other quests. But that one main DLC is like
You never got to the main quest.
I
You
did.
never started it.
I did not.
No.
I don't start the main quest. I play Oblivion the same way every time. I start the game, immediately go to the arena and train in the arena for a while, then start doing like other random like side quests on my way so I can get a high enough level to I feel accomplished. Then I start doing like I normally go like through the thieves and Dark Brotherhood and then like the fighters. I've never actually finished the fighters or mages, but I do the guilds then, and the
Okay.
stories normally last on my list of priorities because
It's story.
it's story. It's I can't get sweet weapons from it. Like it's not like that high on my list.
I keep dragging you off your topic, by the way. What are you going to be doing in the future for your channel?
In the future,
I mean, you sort of got on it. But
we
we got off topic immediately.
need to get off topic. I don't know. Just besides that thing, I think I might be doing a lot more update videos because those are quick to produce and enjoyable and not like hard.
I'm glad that yours are quick to produce.
Are yours not?
No.
It's really easy
I
though.
record for 40 minutes, watched all 40 minutes, hate it, record for another 40 minutes. I can't do any update videos ever. I always hate my voice and how I sound when I say stuff.
I don't like listening to my voice either, but you see, when I do an update video, I have a tendency of talking through everything really quickly so that it just becomes like really short. So it's really easy to get gameplay footage for that, and it's always a post-com, so it's not like I have to think about stuff. It's that I'm at my computer, I have the gameplay going on, I have a list of stuff I want to talk about, I do that real quick.
I've tried doing that.
It just doesn't work.
I always go off topic.
Are you drinking my water?
I might have.
Did you just really drink my one? Like, I'll have this in case.
I'll have this in case I need water.
You already
I already drank two
bottles.
bottles. I had a full pitcher of Pepsi earlier today as well. 2 full pitchers actually, and 2 full glasses. It's great.
It was.
I had to pee so bad. I also ate a lot.
You did. Yeah. You ate a lot apparently. I didn't eat till like 4.
That's when we started eating. I didn't finish eating until about 6.
My
family eats a lot.
I ate goldfish, a microwavable dinner, 2 waffles. Count them 2.
2 waffles.
2
That's
waffles.
an awful lot of
It
waffles.
is a lot of waffles. And I had.
That's
I
what
had
it sounded like eating waffles.
That's what it sounded like. And I had a cookie.
Yeah.
Big singular cookie.
I had like 12 wings, a couple thousand shrimp. And it wasn't a couple thousand. It was more like 20, but it was still a lot of shrimp.
I also had a
And
burger.
big shrimp. Oh, you didn't have the
Yeah,
burger.
we're at a friend Raphael's house, and he made me a burger, which was
At
pretty
10:30
at
at
10:30 at night, which was
That's
pretty
good.
sweet. But not
Alright.
gonna lie, it was a good burger.
So is that all you have to say about
Yeah,
YouTube?
I think I'm good on YouTube.
All
I
right,
think we're
personal lives.
Personal.
We kind of went over a lot of that already. but
We
let's
did talk
continue.
about. I feel like personal can kind of just go through all the topics we have,
Pretty much.
and then if we still need time, we can just.
I mean, I kind of want to talk about all.
All right. Well, if you want to talk about
not
personal,
right now.
Okay.
We'll save that for the end. That's a big topic.
Okay, if you want to talk about
It's
it
a
later.
huge topic.
All right. So our next topic is favorite game, I guess.
God, I don't know why I put this on
Do
the
you-
list. I forgot
You forgot.
how many games
Is
I've
it
played.
is it just that
Very
hard?
small. And of the choices that I have, the majority of them are wrestling games. I mean, I got Crush Hour because of, blowing up things and wrestlers and fun.
And fun. Fun's always good.
There's WrestleMania 18 because of memories.
All right.
Pokemon games just because they're probably the best games I've ever played, honestly.
Yeah.
They're the only games that most people play
Pokemon is really fun.
compared to all the other games I've played. I really like SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 because of GM mode. But I'm not quite sure if I want to do that for my channel. I have an idea that I want to do it at some point, At like 1,000, I'm gonna make another Machinima style thing. It's gonna basically be like an episode of Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
And I would just like do 3 hours worth of content with storylines and all that stuff.
All right.
And I'd put in certain commercial breaks.
Commercial breaks.
I would make them 30-second unskippable commercials
breaks.
so that it just works as an actual commercial break.
Like a fake commercial, like a parody commercial, or
no, actually
like a legit commercial.
Like commercial breaks on YouTube.
Oh,
I think it'd be great.
No,
30-minute unskippable.
Oh, you're horrible. What if they have
If they have ad block,
yeah, ad block.
I kill them in their sleep.
You kill them in their sleep?
Yes, they don't have a see the light day.
Just put like a warning in front. Just if ad block, you are going to die.
If you have ad block, you will die. If you use Google Chrome, you will die.
Google Chrome's great.
It's great, but
it's not on your
Internet
computer.
Explorer for life.
I used to use that, but then I used Chrome, and I like Chrome. I don't know.
So, for those games aside, does it have to be a game I've played? Because I've seen some other games I really like. Last of Us is an awesome game. I love watching it.
I found the game.
It's overhyped, definitely. I give you that. But I think that the story is one of the best we've seen in a while.
The story for Last of Us is very good. The
gameplay itself is pretty bad.
I don't know. From my experience playing the game for about 2 hours on the hardest difficulty, because I'm like, let's do this. I got no. I enjoy. Well, also I was also going off of like 36 hours without sleep and was like passing out like while playing the game. Like I would move and then wake up and then not know how I got here because I didn't know what was going on. And I was sitting with 2 other people like right next to me watching the game, and none of them said anything. Like, well,
so did you actually like all in your sleep play the game correctly?
Yes. And then I woke up like by the time I got to the second chapter, and then I got stuck in a part where there's like 4 clickers and they instantly murder me.
Yeah, that scene is probably the hardest one to get through.
But
especially off of 38 hours without sleep.
And on the hardest difficulty. But I felt that the aiming mechanic in that game was just really, I thought it was clunky. I don't know, like
a lot of the stuff I heard was clunky from other people. I've never played.
The story is good and it's interesting, but
see, that's kind of like what our video game would be when we make an RPG.
When we make this, the gameplay is
incredibly
horrible. But the story is
alright. Great. The story's gonna be great.
It's gonna be like Cole said. Yeah. Oh, if you didn't know, which you don't, because
I've told a few of my people about Cole. I think.
Well, I meant like we should like
RPG.
Give background information. We were thinking about making a game together. Me, Michael, and our friends Chris and Cole. And Chris Coon. Yeah, Chris. It was Cocoon. Chris Coon. Just don't give Chris an honorific. Stop being a weeaboo piece of shit. I cussed. I apologize.
But I don't need them.
But you just use an honorific.
That's true.
Like without. Anyway,
moving on. See, we've got a thing called RPG Maker. We're basically gonna make an RPG game. Like, it's really easy. We just need to do stuff. Like
an old JRPG where it's like you move on like this giant open world tile based system. And you do stuff like that, and you can go into separate individual tiles. But yeah,
this was pretty much Camsauce's idea, and we just jumped on the bandwagon.
It was more Chris said it was mine.
Just take all the credit. We have a podcast. He doesn't.
Exactly. Well, we wanted to make a game, and me and Michael are going to be in charge of the story, and I'll help do like other stuff. I guess this is what Cole said, but he said that we should focus more on gameplay than an actual story. But I feel like the reason he said that is off because it's like, because you play a game, like he said essentially that the story should be important because you actually play the game. Like a movie, the story has to be really important because you're watching it. Because it's a game, the gameplay is going to be the most important thing out of everything in the game.
His sense of video gaming has really warped, I feel, because he plays Pokemon for the stats.
He plays
that in and of itself.
He doesn't give any love to his. He easily tosses aside his starter that he's kept for like 40 levels because he's like, this is better stats than EVs and IVs. But like, which is understandable because I care about stats too. But I still have my starter with me, and I have a bond with my Pokemon.
Yeah, like, I don't think I've ever played a game purely for the stats, like a Pokemon game purely for the stats.
Also, he doesn't care about the story in Zelda.
Like he does. In Zelda?
He said the reason he likes Zelda is the gameplay, which is understandable. But he said the story doesn't really matter to him.
He talked about Majora's Mask with me for about an hour, just talking about the story and how he loved the story. That makes no sense.
He told us, I play Zelda. I like Zelda so much because the gameplay. The story's not that important. Like, oh.
And see, I think the weirdest part about it is he watches anime and thinks it's all about the story and
he thinks about the characters.
The art doesn't matter. The art does. It's everything. You must have
everything together makes balance, but he cares a lot about the characters. Which is
character development is his favorite part.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't like Elfen Lied, because there's no really character development.
No character development in Elfen Lied.
No. You just sort of thrown into the world. You're thrown into the world.
It becomes like it's like a harem at the end. It's weird.
I liked it. I got into it.
It was the blood. It was gory and bloody, which was enjoyable.
And there was a lot of sex.
There was nudity.
There was a lot of sex.
Yeah.
No sex whatsoever.
No sex at all. But
there was no sex in the making of this film.
But pubes.
The pubes.
The pubes. The pubes were high.
The pubes were high.
Anyway. So any other favorite games you have? Or?
I'm still trying to think. You go ahead and show yours what I'm thinking.
So my favorite games, definitely TF2 is up there. I love TF2. I started playing it when I got into high school, and it's super fun. Like it's funny, and that one of the YouTubers I watch is Germa, and he says that you can never have experiences like you have in Team Fortress 2 in another game because it's just so random. And then the great thing about Team Fortress 2 is that you can always have new and different experiences in it because it's just super silly, and it's really fun to play co-op. Like it does co-op really well, I feel, with like your team and stuff.
I agree.
And Valve, I feel like Valve is good at co-op with like Left 4 Dead, Portal. But and the guns are cool, and it's not like it's a first-person shooter, but it's not like serious, which is like you don't have a lot of first-person shooters that are like popular, that are like not serious and just for like shits and giggles.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, Unreal World's probably one of my favorite games. I don't ever get into it because it takes so much time. It's a very time-consuming game. But I think it's one of the most well-done games I've played.
Unreal World?
Yeah. It's been going since 1990.
Are they still releasing updates for it?
Yeah. They've tried to get it on the Steam sale, remember?
They did, yeah, they have a green light for it. Did it ever pass? Do you know?
I don't know yet. I haven't checked. We could check.
I can check. You keep talking.
So yeah,
about
I'm
Unreal
gonna
World.
move. I don't have a game that I'm going to talk about for favorite game because I don't think I have enough experience video gaming wise. But what are you doing?
I'm trying to just highlight all the URL, but
yeah, I have to do it like that. Yeah. So I'll move on to my dream game, I guess. And Unreal World comes pretty close. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Unreal World, it's an RPG game. I don't know if they have multiplayer aspects to it.
I doubt it.
Cameron and I made it multiplayer the other day.
We did make a multiplayer.
That was great. But you more or less are thrust into a Nordic. I think it's Nordic. I can't remember. It's Finnish. That's what it is. It's a Finnish world, and back 1500s or something like that. It's way back in the past, and you play as a member of a tribe in the Finnish. Is it Finnish? Is it?
I don't say exactly. I don't feel like reading. But
whatever. It's a fun game, and you more or less are just meant to survive. They have tools and all that they give you. You have certain different storylines. That's the only problem with the game. There's not really a set storyline. You have to make your own story. But yeah, just check it out. I don't think I can explain it very well. I'm pretty bad at explaining video games concisely and not rambling and stuff.
It's not greenlit as of yet, but it is on the Steam greenlit. Like
okay.
It's up to be on Steam, but it hasn't been greenlit.
Well, it has at least 2 votes from us, so
it has 280 comments, and from the first couple I read, it seems like it's a very well received game.
I mean, it's from 1990, and it's been going since then. There's a lot of diehard fans that have been keeping up with it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple that were like, I've seen this game since 2000 or something, and I've loved it. But,
yeah.
To move on to my dream game.
I haven't finished with my favorite.
Oh, sorry. Favorite, go ahead.
I have more than one.
Favorites
games. Kirby. Like the Kirby series in general.
Never played them. Sorry.
You've never played a Kirby?
Oh, what was that? Drawn to Life. I like that game too. The original Drawn to Life. I don't know why, but that game just hit me home.
Drawn to Life.
Drawn to Life.
Drawn
the DS. The DS game. it's kind of like the original version of Scribblenauts.
Oh,
I
oh
guess
yeah,
probably
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah, yeah,
before
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay.
That game was fun.
Was it?
I remember trying to beat the Scorpion, which is the final boss in that game,
Yeah.
and it took me about 100 sometimes to try and beat
You
that.
beat him.
I don't even think I beat it the first time without friend help.
Nice.
Like it was just the Scorpion though that I had promised me.
Yeah, sure. Of course.
No, I beat everything else, man.
Yeah, no, man. Come on,
I beat it in about 4 days.
Yeah, of course, Michael. No, but but Kirby, it's really like cartoony and fun, and I feel like it's been enjoyable. And I recently picked up a new one, which is Triple Deluxe.
Triple Deluxe.
Triple Deluxe, and I'm like
3D,
and I'm like 99 point something away from completing that game %. But I just don't feel like putting in the time to get like
the last 0.3%
to be the true boss battle and get all the freaking stamps or keychains. And then personal favorite game of mine was the Fairly Odd Parents, The Book of Rules.
The Book of Rules.
Which is for the PS2. It was the first game I ever got in a console and played. Yeah. And it was look, that was really sarcastic. Thanks, Michael. But no, I could never beat the second level. But then I came back to the game after some time because as a kid, you can't play games worth shit.
No,
like you are horrible.
My sister didn't know how to play Pokemon when she was younger, so she would just run around and mash the A button.
I mean, I still do now, but
and she won every game.
Really, just by like using one attack, just always learning new moves.
PP, she would stop playing the game when she ran out of PP on the move. She was like, "I'm done." Turns off the game.
Get the game broke.
Doesn't even save the game. She just turns it off.
Just to restart.
She got mad at me once because
you saved the game.
No, because she didn't save the game, and she came back and she was like, "Michael, I haven't moved. What happened?" It was funny.
God. But
I can't say that I have a favorite game because I don't have enough experience with games.
I have favorite games, like plural, but
that's true. I have a lot of Flash games I like. Ace Mortis was pretty cool. Punkomatic 2 was pretty cool. Only I could get into the story of that. It had some pretty funny dialogue. I couldn't get past a certain point though because I can't play rhythm games with shit.
Mm. There was the one Flash game I played recently. Oh, I forget what it's called. It's so good. It's like the zombie game, and you're the mayor of the town, and you have to like
Undead. No, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And you have to like increase the size of your town, and like either like you can try and find a cure, start a new government, or just take out a portal spawning zombies.
I played that game, the second game.
You played the second one, yeah. There's 2 of them. I played the first one, and I had the great idea of, hey, I have these big projects to do before school started back up, and
you just played that game instead of
I'm like, okay, I can either work on my projects, or I can play this game for like 3 to 4 hours before I go to sleep and wake up. I think this is better to play it for 3 to 4 hours. That makes it fun. It's more fun.
I feel like it was just called Undead.
I don't think it was Undead. It was. I gotta find the name. It was really fun though. It was worth it. 2 to 3 hours. 3 to 4.
I think I have Punkomatic saved on there. You can look on Game Fudge.
Game Fudge.
Game Fudge. I used to play that like on that site forever.
Did you? Game Fudge.
Right. Moving on to
was a good Dream Games.
Right.
What are Dream Games? You're gonna put me.
Put
me on the spot.
Yeah. I have an idea of what I'm gonna talk about.
You have an idea? Just what I want to see in a game, I guess.
Exactly. Like if you had this game, you would never play anything else.
Never play anything else.
Yeah.
Well then, I guess it's gotta be like some sort of. It's either gotta be like multiplayer RPG then to hold my interest for that long.
Yeah.
Because, alright. Anyway, I guess I want to see a game. I want to play as the villain. I really want that in the game because
not an anti-hero, a villain.
Like a straight up villain, like you're legitimately evil, and not like, hey, you can be evil, but like you are
legitimately evil from the beginning.
Like from the beginning,
you don't become good at any point.
Yeah, no,
that'd be pretty awesome though. Like become a villain and then just like have a change of heart near the end of the game, and then just say, fuck.
Yeah, just no. I like being evil.
It has to have a dark sense of humor.
Yeah, it has to be
like a Deadpool
funny
style game.
Yeah, but like it has to be like I want it to be brutal too, just like. I want you to be like, but like isn't like you're a horrible person, no, and you do like horrible atrocities. Because I feel like in a lot of games it's that
be manipulative as fuck.
Yeah.
And just like
Exactly.
work with a person for 5 years and then just
stab them in the back. Yes. Because I
That'd
feel
be
like
great.
a lot of the games now is that not games now, but just stories is that hey, you're inherently like a good person.
There's a Flash game similar to that.
Yeah. There's Overlord too, which is like
Overlord 2.
Yeah. Well, not Overlord 2, but I mean it's like the game Overlord. As in anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, I feel like a lot of games is that you have to be the hero, and it's like you have this giant villain that you have to beat, and that it's always
Mario.
Well,
Link.
yes.
Those games, yeah.
It's like, oh, he's some insurmountable villain, but you just beat him, and then everything's good,
normal.
and yay. But I don't want that. I want like characters broken. Like I want to see like people like mentally and not physically so much, but mentally and like spiritually broken.
I can see that.
Because I don't really like get enough of that in the stories I like watch and read and play. But I think that would just be like interesting and enjoyable to see, like something that'll make you like feel.
So any game developers out there, that's one of the games you want to make.
That's a very vague summary of my dream game. Like just nothing about the story or gameplay or art. Just that
you have
like
to be a
theme.
villain. That's all you need.
Theme. But if it would be like fantasy, probably an RPG, and I like how there's always like this one main villain who has like a bunch of like people following him. I want to be that guy. I want to have minions to do my bidding and just like destroy towns.
Yes.
And like murder babies.
Yes.
That's what I want to do.
So
exactly.
So basically, you want to be like.
Don't take that out of context.
You want to be like the Emperor Nero.
Yes, I want to be Nero.
Just burn down Rome and play the fiddle.
I'm like laughing maniacally as I see just destruction right over everything.
I think that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be really fun.
I've been thinking about this for a while, and that's why I wanted to add it to the list. But I think my dream game would be really good story, and it is like a zombie apocalypse style story. I know that's pretty overdone nowadays, but I love that idea. So it's a zombie apocalypse. You have like 8 different characters that you could choose, each one having branching paths. I mean, this game would be huge. This would be like the biggest game ever created, and have it like Mass Effect style, so that every ending that you get is different. That's basically it. You know, it'd be an RPG, obviously. It'd be a single player game because that's just how I work, and it'd have branching paths that just go forever. Like you could always have a different ending. There'd be like thousands.
Like thousands of endings. Yeah.
I mean, it would take about 20 years to make.
It'd take forever, but yeah, that'd be good.
It's not as cool as your idea. You could have like a character that just starts off as a villain, ends as a villain, and just destroys the world.
I was thinking about it now, but I also think it would be cool is that you do have choices in the game, but none of them are good.
None of them matter.
Like you have equally bad choices to make, but they're just like you have 2 people that have been working with you a while, like friends, and it's like okay, some bad stuff happened like to you, and one of them caused it. Doesn't matter who caused it, but one of them caused it. You are going to have to murder one as an example. But like these characters have been built up, and you like know for them and feel for them. Like they've been with you for like a significant time.
Yeah.
But you now have to kill one of them.
And they have like completely different personalities.
Yeah,
they work exactly with your character.
Yeah. You have to just make horrible decisions.
I think your game would be better than my game. It'd probably be sold more.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, zombie stuff is pretty hot.
Well, neither of them would be sold because they're probably never made. But, sadly. It would be sweet if they were made, though.
I wish I could go more in depth with my game, but it really is pretty vague. It's just a zombie game with many paths and different characters that you could play as. That's basically it.
It was then, it's all right. Sounds good.
It's all right. I mean, 9 out of 10. No game's perfect.
I don't know.
All right.
I thought it was pretty bad. 7 out of 10. But
7 out, just like the burger.
Just like. Oh god. All right. So moving on is music.
Music.
All right. So what do you want to talk about music exactly? Because you wanted this topic.
Just in general, like what music you listen to. I don't feel like we ever talk about that.
Like music? No, never. The Xbox is gonna turn off soon. That we have each running in the background.
Turn on the whatchamacallit and then move around a bunch. I should fix it.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. She's not turning off.
She's up.
Soon.
She's up. Wait.
How much? Home screen.
Wait.
We need to play Xbox Home.
Do we need to play Xbox? Look at that. 3 achievements. 3 achievements.
3 achieves, bro.
For player.
No, 4 achieves.
4 achieves. All right. Anyway, music. You wanted to talk about that?
Yeah. Alright, so what did you start off liking, and then how did it progress to where you are now?
Where I am now. Originally,
just over time.
Okay, so as a kid, because of my parents influencing me, I listened to pop, which I still listen to pop because it's always like upbeat and fun, and it's not like I have to think about anything. It's just like it's at face value. That's what it is. Yeah. And big booty bitches.
I kind of don't want none unless you got
buns on. No, but originally as a kid it was like pop and country, and now how I regret ever listening to country because I hate it with a passion now.
I mean, some country songs are good, but most of them are bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
In my opinion, I mean that's just how it goes.
And then over time, I got into like my friends would listen to dubstep, and I used to like listen to really generic dubstep, all the wubs, and now I like house electronic and like trance. Well, not so much trance, but just like electronica in general. I guess that whole genre.
The entire thing,
all of it. I like all of
the
it.
electric music.
But I like K. I'm gonna mess up his name. It's K319, I think. I always it's either K. No, it's K9. It's K391. That's it. He does the music I have at the end of my videos recently.
Oh yeah.
Which is electrode, and I've listened to their stuff, and I think he's really good. He's some Norwegian. Yeah, it's Norwegian guy.
Makes sense.
And I like that stuff, and because of my other friends, I got into like kind of like alternative, like capital cities and stuff like that.
RD had a big influence, sure.
Yeah, RD did. Mark, but that's kind of the music I listen to now. And I don't know. I also have this like just list on YouTube, just a playlist of music that I can listen to as many times as I want to, and it never gets old for me. And that like it has like pop and like rap and like electronic and like just a wide variety of things that I
just
just
if you don't
enjoy.
want to listen to something, you just
I can just skip it up, and it's good.
Yeah,
it's always fun.
I was listening to the dance floor a lot past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I have that on my favorite still, I think.
Yeah, I like the dance floor.
It's nice. It's almost good.
I started off basically Enya, Shania Twain, the Beatles. That was basically it. Those three was pretty much all that I listened to for a good long while.
Mm-hmm.
Then I progressively moved on towards a bit more classic rock. I guess it would kind of be considered. Then I listened to classical music, kind of got into that for a bit. Then decided that was too boring and I wasn't having as much fun listening to music. It was more just background stuff.
Yeah.
So I moved on to pretty much just the Beatles for a good while after that. It was just the Beatles and Beach Boys.
Nothing else? Just
nothing else.
Solely the Beatles.
I think I listened to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band about 17 times a day.
Jesus.
I mean, that's impossible because it's a 50-minute album or something.
Yeah, but
I would listen to it just an awful lot, and I loved it.
Do you remember the lyrics for every song?
No, I don't remember anymore. It's been so long. So then I moved on. Eventually, I think I was like 11 before I finally moved to something different. And I started listening to a bit more pop. Didn't really like it after a while, but it grew on me. And I just listened to it for a short period of time. I've gotten out of that phase. I don't like much pop music anymore. And then recently, as in like as soon as high school began, I started broadening my horizons, and I got into
Pink Floyd.
Actually, no, I skipped a couple parts. I skipped the part where I got into Linkin Park and Eminem, and I had that.
Good.
I had that like 12, 13-year-old just rap and heavy metal phase where I just listened to nothing but rap and heavy metal.
I never went through that. I was pop. I
was pop all the way.
Pop all the way.
I think that Eminem actually saved my life a couple times. Like I listened to his music after being depressed and just be like, yes, life. I love it.
Life is good.
And then after that, I got into Pink Floyd and Daft Punk, and I've been really more into electronica music lately. I still listen to a lot of classic rock. I like Led Zeppelin. Like I said, Floyd. Who?
Dragon Force.
Dragon Force. That's true. I got into the Dragon Force phase during the Linkin Park stuff too.
That wasn't.
Yeah. And that's really only there because I want to play Dragon Force the game on Sega Saturn. Like I just wanted to keep my mind on that. Oh yeah, Dragon Force. That's a game I want to play.
So you listened to a band called Dragon Force? I listened to a band
called Dragon Force.
So you remember to play the game Dragon Force? Yeah. Makes sense.
Not the greatest idea.
Nah, that's fine.
I think I also had a My Chem phase where I listened to nothing but My Chemical Romance.
Oh, Gerard Way. Were you in love with him?
No.
You weren't?
I don't remember any of the names of the people. At that point, like it was just music, and I only listened to like Ghost of You and The Black Parade. But I was like, yes, this is all I need in my life. Mm. I had really weird phases. It was mostly like one group of music, then I moved to a next, and then all of them, and then just one again. It was weird. Mm. There was a lot of different types of music that I listened to, but never really. Like,
yeah, but
I really love Moody Blues too. Nights in White Satin is pretty good. That entire the Days of Future Past album was pretty good, but I don't think you know Moody Blues.
I'm not. I could get into some big band. I like me some big band. It's
big band.
It's always nice. I got into that because of Fallout.
Gotcha.
Like the 40s and stuff, and it's stuck.
Mm. I used to be into what was his name? B.B. King as well.
Yeah.
And then I went to a concert of his, fell asleep after like the 5th song, and I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore.
Was that your first concert of B.B.
No,
King?
that was my 3rd.
Oh.
No, my 2nd, sorry. I went to see the Beach Boys, and at the time I was really into the Beach Boys, and I loved Good Vibrations.
How was it with like more than half? What? Only one remaining member?
2.
It was,
I think there were 2.
When he was still
maybe
alive.
3.
No, it was.
There might have been 3 at the time. I think 3 of the remaining members.
No, like
not from the original, but
yeah,
like later.
Yeah, I know. I meant the original.
Okay, I don't remember how many there were at the time. Then
I remember watching a music class.
I was like 5, I think, when I saw the Beach Boys. They
Yes.
didn't play Good Vibrations in like the first part of it, and then they came back immediately with Good Vibrations in the encore.
Did they play the new song they released that was popular? Like take me down
to the Paradise City.
No, it's like the name of a city, like Kokomo.
Take me down, Kokomo. That's not one of their newer songs.
I thought, like when the band like.
Oh, I guess. It was in Sounds of Summer, which is the only album I've ever listened to of theirs.
Okay.
But I listened to, I think Kokomo was in it. Good Vibrations, like I said, near the end. Obviously, Surfing USA was in there somewhere. It's been a while since I saw that. I was 5, I think.
The first concert I went to was my parents took me to a concert in Baltimore, and it was Madonna. I was young, and it was very loud and scary. And
one of my friends invited me to an Iron Maiden concert,
and concert?
I didn't go because I was scared of how loud it was going to be. I was a pussy back then, honestly. Like I would cry if somebody touched my arm. People. He touched my arm.
I touched his arm.
People would call me names or something, and I'd cry. I don't remember exactly why. I remember one time I gave the BS excuse that it was because my father died and it made me emotional. But that was complete BS, and it wasn't a good excuse. It wasn't even a true excuse. It was a lie.
Wow.
It was a cake.
Wait,
my community property, it was a cake. Cake is a lie.
Oh, okay. I thought like someone like just made you a cake and you just started crying. Just didn't know how to deal with it.
Somebody made me a cake. Why are you crying, Michael? Because my dad died. What?
Okay.
I had a video about that too. That whole story. And I took it down because I didn't like it.
Which video was that? Was that your 13th
video
special?
13th episode. 13th video special.
It was MLB, right?
It was MLB, and I think it was a Padres versus Cardinals game. The gameplay was boring as shit. The audio was horrible because it was barely like heard in the game. And the story was bad. I didn't tell it off.
You should have waited to like 13,000 subscribers or
something better.
Something like higher, so you've had
That's
more
why
time.
I took it off my channel so that I could do that.
Do it again
later and better.
Yeah.
I always feel like when I try to explain something, I don't do it very well either. Like my music. I had an idea of what I was going to say, and then I said it, and I was like, wait a minute. I got the entire order out of place. Anyway, moving on to the next topic. We spent like half an hour on this one.
Unreal World.
Unreal World. We talked a little bit about
a little bit of Unreal World. It's a video game made back in the, you said it was the 90s, right?
I think 1990.
1990, exactly 1990?
Yeah, that's what it said on the, which we'll call it. Could you?
I'll look
Could we
it up.
Could we light it?
Light?
Okay.
Is this light not enough, though?
This is not enough.
We need light from the TV.
We must have more light. We must construct more pylons.
Construct additional pylons. Alright, anyway, so Unreal World. It came out in 1992, but it's still getting updates, and the last one was September of 2014. So it's been around for like 22 years.
It's a good 22 years.
Good 22 years.
92 was it?
Yeah, 92. And it's Iron Age Finland is what it said.
Finland. Okay, I said it was Finland. And Iron Age is when? 1300s? 1500s?
I think something around that. I can Wikipedia.
We could Wikipedia Iron Age.
Okay, I clicked Finland and not Iron Age.
Let us learn about Finland, guys.
Alright, anyway, Iron Age. Let's see what it is. It's no.
It's right after the Bronze Age. Okay.
It's right after the Bronze Age.
Delightful.
From here, I guess it's from around 1000 BC.
Oh, well, I was way
600
off.
AD.
I was about 2000
if I'm reading this chart right. In ancient, no, it's back in the BC.
Back in before Christ.
But for different times. But I'm assuming we're talking about Europe, and that's 1200 BC to 1 BC.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. It's RPG. Basically, you have a bunch of controls. You have to use shift in a letter sometimes. Q is quaff. That's the only main control we know. Q is quaff. That's the main control we know.
It's a roguelike game where you pick a character and can either pick. You start off with things, or you have to get them yourself, and you essentially want to survive and do things. Whatever things you feel are necessary to do, you want to do them.
Yeah. It has pictures, I guess, kind of for like what you're doing. So when you crouch, it shows a guy crouching.
Yeah,
it shows a guy. It's interesting.
The game is the art's like, I don't want to say 8-bit, but
it's basically
it's like 64, something like higher than 8-bit. But essentially they have photos of your character and like actions they're doing, like with like real life photos, and it's wonderful. Like, because sometimes you'll make a female character and then it'll be just a male character.
The male character picture. And you're like, wait, what happened to my female? And then you go into a certain action, and it will just change from the guy to the girl. And you're like, wait, what happened?
It's wonderful.
It's a fun game, though. I had a good time. We tried to play. I was the mouse and he was the keyboard.
Then you don't need the mouse.
We don't use the mouse. And so I tried to play with the keyboard a little bit while he played the other side of the keyboard. And we forgot the controls after playing about half
the time. Yeah.
We played it for about 50 minutes, I think.
Yeah, around that.
It was fun.
Something like that.
I wish I could give more information, but I'm really bad at that.
Nah, we're good.
Like I said, check it out if you have the mind to. It's a fun game.
It is a quite fun game. And now we have shout-outs.
Okay.
Anybody want to shout out specifically besides the people we've talked about so far?
I talked about 30 people in my last video shout-outs. I've kind of run dry, but I guess I'll shout out the entire Freedom community. Just
all of it.
Just the obligation I feel towards that.
And the Gamers Cottage in particular, right?
Gamers Cottage in particular, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember the dude's name, but the owner of the Gamers Cottage, I guess they call him the CEO.
Richard.
No, he's from like Sri Lanka though.
Yeah, it's Richard.
It's not Richard. I think his YouTube name is Banoob. Banoob. And
I get emails from Richard about stuff from Freedom Network, but whatever.
You do?
I do. I think it's Richard.
Are you part of Freedom?
I've just signed up for their newsletter. I have an account registered for them.
Okay. Did you get it through me, or did you get it through them?
I went to their place and got it, but I haven't I'm not signed up for the network. I have.
So you haven't YouTubed the network?
Yeah, I'm not part of the network as of yet.
I sent you the link.
You did, but again,
didn't.
I said I didn't want to do this until I actually got back into YouTube, which was this week.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
But yeah, the noob reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we want you to join the Gamers Cottage. It's a freedom denomination." And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. I only have 10 subs. I have, only like 30 views on one of my videos, and the average video gets about 3. So I don't know why I would need to join the network or why you wanted me in particular. But I ended up joining, and the community is great. I wish I used a lot more of the resources available to me, but I'm lazy in school.
You just keep using schools as an excuse,
I
even
always use
though we know it's not.
That's why I use lazy first.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Yeah. There's a lot of cool people there.
We can call from.
We should just have them join.
No, not. I had oh crap! I forgot about this. I told a friend he could call me later today and talk to me because he's in college and I've been talking to him for a while. Well, he's in West Virginia.
WVA.
Yeah, and
WVA.
Yeah, West Virginia Association. It's a great college. It's WVU, and I said he could call him, and I haven't been answering his calls, and I forgot I was coming over here, so I'm like, yeah, sure, you can call me tonight.
No.
He called at 9:40. It's currently 1:20.
Nice.
I'm a good friend.
Best friend.
He actually is one of my really old and close friends, but.
Was he part of the Pretty Clowns in the Middle of the Piece?
No, never.
No.
He doesn't go to the same school as we do.
I didn't think so.
I've talked about him though. Anyway, shout outs, Freedom Network nomination. You guys are sweet for picking up Miku.
I'm tired.
No, Michael, we still have like 23 minutes until we at least get to an hour 30.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, you need a shout out.
All right, I'll do shout outs for 23 minutes.
We can talk about something else, like personal.
Like, yeah, we kind of glossed over that.
Definitely personal.
Yeah, we can definitely just talk about random stuff. But so shout outs in this video. I've already mentioned some, but there's Pan Pizza or Rebel Taxi. That's his YouTube channel name, but he also goes by Pan Pizza as like a persona, I guess. But he's funny and he talks about like current cartoons and old cartoons, and, like goes kind of in depth about them, and he has interviews with like creators sometimes. I think it's pretty good. And then
I love how the whole time I was talking to the mic as if it was a person.
Wait, have you just been staring just like at the mic?
I was staring at the mic and I was like, this is the community. I've been
looking at you and looking around the room.
I looked at you occasionally when I've talked, but it's mostly the
mic. You've been staring at the mic directly. No, but there's so Rebel Taxi. There's Germa, which he's a pretty popular YouTuber. I met him. I found him initially with him playing Team Fortress 2, and that was always fun. He wasn't like an amazing TF2 player. I mean, he's good. He's not amazing now, but he's gotten better.
But he's still recorded TF2.
Yeah, TF2.
I haven't seen it on a lot of big YouTube channels lately. I guess it's just not popular on the bigger ones.
I don't know. Anyway, there's Germa. He's good. He's also done like voice acting before.
Oh, okay.
And he makes like personas and talks about them. It's fun. And he does
Michael
voices.
from Rooster Teeth
is
now
Michael from Rooster Teeth is now a voice actor. Like, legitimately.
Funny. I mean, he was looking for that before he got into Rooster Teeth, didn't he?
He was a voice actor for Ruby. So
Ruby,
the Rooster Teeths produced like another show made by Monty Ohm and written by Carrie and Miles.
Gotcha.
I forget Carrie's last name.
Was he not in RVB?
He might have voiced the character. I think he did probably.
I know a lot of them did.
I stopped. I haven't watched Keeping Up with the recent RPBs.
I have not watched
like an RPB in a while.
I've not watched since season 2.
I haven't watched since like Reconstruction or Rebirth or some. It was a re. That ended with
Resurrection.
It was back when they finally moved to Halo Reach and Church came out of Blood Gulch, like back to the real world. But anyway. Germa, he does stuff, and he plays another one of my favorite YouTubers, which is Star_. He's a sweet Team Fortress 2 player. Not just TF2, he's pretty pro at every game he plays. But he's really fun to watch, and I like his Basically series. They're good. He talks about games and just like his fun stuff, and just really creative and great. and I feel like they should get more recognition.
Yeah.
But he talked about that in one of his videos about how recently he doesn't just want to play Team Fortress 2 games, even though like record them and put them up, even though those will get more views. He wants to express his creativity more and like spend more time editing and like use that as a creative art.
I want to do that as well, but laziness. So.
Yeah, laziness.
That's gonna be my downfall for my channel. If I ever decide to try and do it after college or something,
it's just gonna be
laziness.
Unless like you're not gonna do it for the money though. So
no, I mean, if I get to 100,000 subscribers or something like that, I think I would definitely consider it at that point. But
you could always use like Patreon or PayPal and just like work off donations from the people and have your actual like revenue go to charity.
That's true too.
But I feel like that might be.
I feel like it should be the other way around though. Like you make money off of YouTube and then you get the donations to go to charity.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like asking your people for donations, like your fan base, and also having them pay you by watching ads is kind of a little much.
Yeah.
But neither here nor there. Also, one of my favorite YouTubers who doesn't get enough support is Yogscast Strife. He joined it back like in 2013. He's American, which is just different for Yogscast.
Yeah, they're all British, if I remember correctly.
Well,
they're at least in
they're mostly European, and there's like Sips, who's Canadian. I have to edit that out.
We'll be good.
We'll be good.
Continue on.
All right. Anyway, William Strife. He's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite. I wouldn't say he's so good at like live commentary. That's not his forte.
He's more post commentary.
He's most post commentary, and he's like really good at editing. And he says like a lot about like technical stuff, and I think it's just really interesting to watch him, and I find him really really good. He's doing a Minecraft Let's Play with the Yogscast mod pack, and it's really good because he like talks about the mods and he like really gets into it.
Speaking of which, did they ever get back to SWA?
SWA?
Yeah.
Shadow of Israfel? I think they're starting it back up again, maybe? I don't know.
I heard that, but I heard that back in 2012 too.
Yeah, when they stopped it.
I heard, yeah, we'll get back to it eventually, and then they said, you know what, we were doing it the entire time.
We were. No, I don't.
They somehow connected their, what was it, Tekkit to it?
I think they can always.
They did that a couple times.
They've connected a bunch of stuff to it.
I remember when they did it with Survival Island, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Like when they connected Survival Island to SWAT.
I never got into Survival Island Let's Play because I always try to watch the first episode, but Simon has like a cold in it, and I don't really like trying that hard to participate. So I feel like it's just like not like the same as it normally is.
Yeah. Because Lewis by himself.
I like Lewis, but again,
he's good, but he can't by himself.
Yeah, no.
He can't by himself.
No, not by himself. They're a package here, or he has to be with someone else. I don't think I've ever seen Lewis ever do by himself. I think it's always been him and Simon, or him and another member of the Yogscast.
I think so, yeah.
I've seen Simon with it. I don't think I've ever seen Simon or Lewis do anything by themselves. Because they've always been together.
I feel like there was an episode in Tekkit when they were somewhat separate, but there was a storyline they were separated. Like they had to be separated for at least a little while.
I mean, there was a part in Tekkit where Lewis went with Sipsco, and Simon was with him and Duncan. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but they're good. I like them. They're quite enjoyable.
Yeah. I forgot to mention the Yogscast in that entire rant that I had about videos.
Did you?
YouTube.
You never shouted them out?
I never shouted them out.
They're good.
I didn't remember that. I think everything that was Minecraft related kind of just was erased from my memory.
I mean,
I was like, I don't like Minecraft anymore.
I don't like playing it, but it's fun to watch, like mods especially.
I mean, there's a few times when I've watched a few. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
Let's talk about Minecraft for a minute. I want to talk about from beginning to when I stopped playing, kind of. So, I already mentioned this before on my channel, but I'll go ahead and say it again. I keep saying that about it. So I first saw like an episode in 2011, I think it was, sometime in like February. The episode itself had been released in December. It was done by Uberhex Nova, and he and Spoon were playing on the alpha or whatever it was before they made it.
Yeah, before
they made it into an actual game. And that was the first video I watched of it. Then I got into it a little bit, played it on in-game browser, I think. And I thought it was a pretty enjoyable game. Bought it when it came out, played it for a while. And it was the exclusive thing that I played throughout ninth grade, I think.
Minecraft, just like
Just
solely.
nothing but Minecraft all throughout ninth grade. I think I played a little TF2 with you guys occasionally, but you and I weren't really friends in ninth grade. It wasn't until 10th grade that you and I started talking. Like,
Yeah, I guess.
you hated me for stealing your seat.
First day of high school, Michael was new, and we were incredibly crowded because the seniors shouldn't be sitting with us in lunch, like when we have lunch, because they have like extended periods and get somewhere else, and our lunchroom wasn't big enough back then. But so there's barely any seats, and I was on the corner, and I wanted to get like water or like get like some ice cream or drink or something like that. And
Let me paint a picture before we get to this part.
They told you to sit down. Like
I walk in, I look around. I have like 3 friends from the bus, and that's it. So I was like, all right, my 2 friends are girls. I'm not gonna go sit with the girls. My other friend I couldn't find anywhere. I think he was in line at the time. It was cold. And so I was like, I'm just gonna sit down here where there's nobody around, and then I'll find out after I've eaten, like where I'm gonna sit later on. So I'm started eating. I got my sandwich all prepped. It's got the pickle and it's got the chips on top. I've been doing that since 8th grade, and I didn't change it. And so I'm sitting over there, and I think it was Trent and James look over and like, hey, Michael, come on over here. You were in line. And so I come over, and I'm like, somebody's sitting here, right? I'll just sit on the floor. They're like, no, sit here. You'll be fine. I sit down. Immediately after I sit down, and I take a bite of my sandwich, Cameron comes over, and he's like, that's my spot. I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Jump off the seat.
No, you don't jump off the seat.
I don't jump off the seat.
No.
We had a discussion.
Let me tell you what happened. I'm like, okay, I try to take a different seat. I take Hank's seat. Hank's like, Cameron, gotta move. I'm like, all right, I'll move. Michael gets up to get something. I take his seat. Then Michael gets his stuff and sits on the floor. And I'm like, oh god, this new kid, it's his first day. I made him feel so bad. Like, you can have the seat back. And he's like, nah, it's fine. I'm like, no,
it's fine. It's fine. I was really silent throughout that entire lunch after that too. So it seemed like I was pissed. Yeah. Second day, I ended up having a seat. I think Hank moved.
We rearranged our seats.
Something happened. That happened.
I don't know.
Was Hank even with us in 9th grade?
Yeah, he was.
I thought that he left 9th grade and then came back 10th.
No, he came back like 11.
Did he?
I don't know.
See, I think he came back 10th because I didn't know who he was, and he was there in 8th grade. I was like, who is this kid? I think it might have been Ali, not Hank, that I took this spot.
It might have been Ali.
I don't remember. Whatever. So yeah, Minecraft. So after 9th grade, stopped playing it for a little while just because I had a life back in 10th grade. I did homework. I had friends. I talked. We played TF2 a little bit.
In 8th grade?
10th grade.
Okay.
10th grade.
Did you play TF2 in 10th grade?
Yeah. We played Ticket too. That was the year that I came over to Mark's house.
You came over to Mark's house, and
I did nothing.
And then Mark never invited you back because he just said, oh god.
He thought that I didn't enjoy it or something?
He thought that you were like really awkward and just didn't like keep conversations.
It was the first time I'd ever been to his house. I didn't talk to him before.
I know.
So I don't know why he invited me in the first place.
I don't remember.
I think I walked over to him and I was like, hey, what's going on? You guys were talking about it. And he felt bad, so he invited me.
He never invited you again.
No.
You talked to him, but just like...
We've become better friends since then, obviously. I mean, we played Munchkin at one time.
That one time, and then we didn't invite you to the con.
Yeah, that was sad. Right.
They
thought that they invited me, but they
so what happened is that a bunch of me and Michael's friends went to a con together, and it was Otakon in Baltimore. It's an anime convention, and okay.
Yeah.
And then basically we thought we invited Michael, because we're like, all right, no one else wants to go with us, and then Michael in the Skype chat on Saturday, which is in the middle of the con. We're at the hotel. Just like, hey guys, is anyone there? It was the saddest thing ever. Like, he's all by himself in the Skype call with all of us, with no one talking. And then we come back and like, Michael, you gonna get with the call with us? He's like, you guys never invited me. I don't remember. I don't remember being told about this. So we just excluded him like this weekend with us.
Yeah, it's not the first time. It's not going to be the last.
I invited
There
you
was
this
something
year.
else that we did.
Next year.
There's something else that you did that you excluded me from.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Neither can I.
I think it was another one of Mark's
We've
parties.
done it so many times.
I think it was another one of Mark's parties.
It might have been. I don't know.
You guys talked about it, and I was like, God, I wish I was there. I would have had so much fun.
It's really enjoyable.
We had the Tech at LAN party. I've kept that on my computer since
The
then.
Tech at LAN party,
I've
have you?
never played.
When we played Tekken, you just dug holes.
And then that came
You're
obsolete
mine.
as soon as they
we got a quarry.
got the quarry.
Michael was our quarry before we got a quarry, and then we got the quarry, and then Michael became obsolete.
I came back one day and I was like, "Hey guys, I'm ready to dig," and they're like, "Oh, Michael, we don't need you anymore.
We don't need you to dig. We have other things we can do.
So I just came and started trolling them as they were working.
Yeah, you did.
I stole a few things. I got banned.
You got. Do you really?
I think-
Did Mark ban you?
I think he banned me at one point.
He was an oppressive op. He is an oppressive op.
I think the best thing ever though, I was on. I don't know if you've met Will, but I think that you guys would be funny together.
Would
I think
we?
that would be funny. But I was on his server, and he was building a church or something like that. And so I decided to go about like 50 blocks away where he couldn't see me, dig underground, and we were playing on like a super flat world,
Yeah. Okay.
and then drill a hole all the way back, put dynamite from underneath all the way back to that point, and then light it. I got halfway there. He saw my name underground just digging a hole. I hadn't spoken for like a half hour or something like this, and he knew something was up. And immediately after seeing that, he was like, "You know what? All right, we're not going to play on this world anymore. Put it on a different world." We put a bunch of TNT everywhere, blew it up. His server crashed, and he banned me from the server from then on. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Trolling on Minecraft is always fun.
I've always wanted to just like get into a big server, put a lot of time and effort into it, and then just start blowing everything up immediately after getting it like OP.
Like, just roll back the server then.
Yeah.
Unless you
I
have it.
could do that.
Unless you have it so it's set up so you know exactly when the server saves. Do it like a minute before it saves. Everything's destroyed, the server saves. I mean, they probably have other iterations, but still.
No, it just deletes every after
It
save.
just deletes it. Only one save.
There can be only one save.
Alright, that'd be fun though.
I wish we had more topics to talk about, but I think we're running.
We could have
dry.
made more.
We should have made more.
We should have made more, but we just kind of didn't spur at the moment. So we're at about 1:23:40 around
Okay.
there.
Do you have anything else that you want to talk about? Just talking.
Like
We didn't
for-
talk about Pokemon.
We didn't talk about Pokemon whatsoever. The new one and this
Right.
current one.
So, brief intro on my Pokemon stuff. I've not played since 4th gen, and I think 4th gen and before is the best. I'm basically like a modified version of the Gen 1ers who think that everything after Gen 1 sucks. Everything after Gen 4 sucks. So that pretty much covers me.
Wow. I sold my DS after I beat Pearl basically, and I recently bought a 3DS and X with it on impulse because I wanted to get it, but then I went to GameStop with friends and we ended up getting it because a friend said I wouldn't after I mentioned buying it, and then I did. And then now that another one of my friends had it, I got back into the game again, and it's been really enjoyable and taking up all of my time. And I'm actually trying to complete the Pokedex this time, like, which is your objective of the game is like, hey, fill this out for me, but nobody ever does it.
I was gonna do that for Gen 1 because there's only 150 Pokemon, but I don't have friends to trade. We don't have link cables anymore.
Link cables. It's too hard. Yeah. But no, Pokemon's really fun though.
Yeah.
The new one is.
Um,
And Trubbish is a great Pokemon.
Trubbish is the worst.
Trubbish is a great Pokemon.
The only argument that you guys had was Mr. Mime.
Have you seen Mr. Mime in the new game?
No,
He's a horrifying monster.
but that's what he was originally created to be. He's
It's
supposed to scare children.
He does scare children, and he does his job very well.
Very good at his job.
It's horrible. He just tilts his head and just like there's like a wall in front of him because he's a mime. It's funny. He's just like he can't see my face, but that noise is him.
Now I have to admit, making Zubat was a bad move on the creator's part.
Zubat?
Zubat. Everybody hates Zubat.
It's crap.
There's no XP. I think EV training on Zubat's pretty difficult to do, or something. It's super like that. It's a useless Pokemon, but it was my only shiny.
You had a shiny Zubat?
I had a shiny Zubat, and then I traded it. I traded it up to Diamond, I think it was, and found out that it had Pokerus. So not only was it shiny, but it had Pokerus.
Nice.
And so I decided, you know what? It has all this cool stuff. I'm just going to get a bunch of rare candies via my AR and train it up to level 100.
Did you?
And I did.
Did you make it a
So
Crobat?
it's a level 100 Crobat.
Nice.
And I've never used it since.
Do you still have Diamond? You should definitely get the new Pokemon and just fight people.
Keep bringing it up. I should use only the shiny Crobat.
Only the shiny Crobat.
In like competitive battling.
You can't do that though, sadly. They have it so that Pokemon are capped at 50. So their stats are capped, and it's only their movesets. And the IVs, I guess. And EVs, maybe, I don't know.
I did train it, and it was all rare candies. So.
So it's IVs then.
I had a Kyogre that a friend gave me once. He gave it to me at like level 79. And he was like, here, could you train this for me? Because I had plenty of free time, and he didn't. And so I trained it up to level 100, and I was like, here you go, you can have it back. He's like, oh, I don't play that game.
So now you just have level 100
So now I have
Kyogre.
my level 100 Kyogre. I've grown attached to it.
It kind of
It got me
sucks.
through my Poké Elite 4.
It kind of sucks that it's a Kyogre though, because Groudon's better. But
No.
Groudon's always been better.
No.
It doesn't matter if he's a fire type, if it's silver.
I have to admit,
Kyogre.
Ruby was the better game, but I like Groudon better. I mean, Kyogre better.
Yeah, see, like Groudon, it's instinctive.
Freudian
It's instinctive.
Freudian slip. Sorry.
No, but Groudon now just you can't use water moves
It
on
has water moves, and therefore it's basically indestructible.
It is a god.
I mean, you could use ice, but
Don't know how well it's gonna work. Groudon is
because then you could just use Solar Beam.
Mega Groudon is god now.
Make the Groudon is god. I wonder what they're gonna do for
Forget Helix.
Quasar.
I don't know if they're gonna do an Emerald. What would, because Omega, Alpha and Omega, which is God, and the Alpha 9 and Omega, then Emerald, which is this. Echo.
The Echo Emerald.
Echo Emerald. That's just disappointing. Beta Emerald.
Beta Emerald. Before Emerald. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh no.
What about the other games in the series, like Pokemon Coliseum and all that? Did you ever play those?
I played Mystery Dungeon.
Which one, red or blue?
Red.
You're a jerk.
What?
You're a jerk.
Why am I a jerk?
You kept it on the GBA.
I kept it. What?
You played the GBA version.
I also played the DS version.
Oh, well, never mind. You're not that really a jerk.
I've played both.
I had a friend who only had red, and he didn't want to buy blue. I was like, well, we can't Wondershare. Or Wondermail.
Wondermail.
Any of that.
I don't know. The only thing I remember about my time playing that game was going after Groudon and being a Charmander and having no health left and just legit running around the room Groudon's in, screaming, trying to figure out how I'm gonna beat him and stay alive.
I think the first time I quote unquote beat the game, I cried.
Really?
Like the scene where you are supposed to leave and go back to the human world.
Yeah.
I think I cried. Like legit cried.
Like legit cried. Never beat that game. Sadly.
You never got to that point?
Never got to that point.
I think
I haven't cried that much in video games.
no.
Sadly, I don't know why, but I cried in Gears of War 3 when Dom died. Even though that death was like super like it was supposed to be sad, but it was just like machismo and like
It was
kind of
fun.
pointless. Like they could have they've killed
Didn't
more
need to
things.
die.
They've been in worse situations and survived easily. But then he's like, nah,
it's time to go.
it's time to
I
go.
need to die.
After Maria was gone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I
But
think
yeah.
the saddest video game thing to ever happen to me. I played Ruby when I was like 10 years old or something. I had the save file for a good while. It was at like 100 some hours. I had gotten my favorite Pokemon, my Rayquaza, which I named Buddy, my Swampert, which I named, I think, Jake, after my grandfather, and a couple other Pokemon. I can't remember exactly what. All up to level 100. I put so much time and dedication into it, and then the file would not load.
Oh, it got corrupted?
It was corrupted.
Oh, no.
And I was young at the time, and I was like, what's going on? Why can't I play the game? And I was so helpless. I was so sad. It made me cry. I don't think I actually cried, though. I think it was just like, well, goddamn. New game.
God damn. I think I cried at the end of Mass Effect 3. Because after putting so much time with those characters, and then having them die, I'm like, no.
So you got the worst ending possible?
No, I got a decent ending. I was more sad the Joker was about to die. Like, the comic relief character. I cared about him more than my other teammates. I was like, no, Joker, you're wonderful.
No, Joker, you're the best.
Oh, it was beautiful. Alright, so I think we're about time to wrap up if you want to do this.
Yeah, we're going to cut out some stuff because there's a lot of stuff to cut out and stuff.
There's not, like, one thing to cut out.
There's like 8.
No, I'm keeping all of it besides that one thing where we're getting interrupted.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So anyway, this has been Camsauce or Cameron and
Jackhammer 13 or Michael.
And this was the first episode of Enigmatic
Celerity.
Thank you.
Also, we never explained that. We're not.
We're not.
They can figure it out.
Okay.
It shall be an enigma. We'll come back with celerity.
Anyway, so that's gonna be the end of this first one. Thank you for watching. If you like this, please check out Michael's channel. I guess is going on.
Up on yours.
All right, so please check out Michael's channel and like and subscribe and comment on mine and subscribe and like and comment on his in that order.
You could also dislike, but I appreciate comments.
You could dislike, or you could dislike and comment. Tell me why you dislike.
That's exactly
that would be wonderful. Yes, I repeated you. Anyway,
we appreciate comments. You know what? I kind of want to talk about comments.
Okay.
I kind of want to talk about.
I don't want to end anyways.
I don't want to end this anyway. I'm not tired or anything. It's not like it's 1:30.
I don't want to go to sleep. I don't wake up like 9 tomorrow.
For those of you who have commented on either of our channels, it really means a lot to us when you do that. The liking part's pretty cool too, and when you subscribe, it definitely makes my heart go flutter. But it's the comments that really
the comments
that really seal the deal.
Actually interacting and talking to me like that.
I think there's a person from Greece. He just said bravo, and I didn't respond for about 3 months because I was just like, what do I say? This dude, he watched the entire video. He said bravo. I mean, there's nothing I can really say, but I wanted to respond because it just made me feel
because it made you feel so good. I've had 2 or 3 besides you, besides you, commented on my videos that I don't know, and it makes me feel really good. I'm like, oh, somebody, and they both been positive too, so it's like, this is happy.
I think the biggest ones when you go on a channel, I was on Nausicaa Gamer, and she sent that message to me. I think that was
when you had her recognized.
And I think the best one though, honestly, was Phantom Darkness 135. I was on his channel, and he called me the man.
Did he? Because you've been watching.
Because I've been watching and commenting for about 5 years.
Oh.
Well, I'm not commenting, but been watching for about. No, it was actually more like 3 at that point.
All right. Anyway, we should wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up. Sorry.
All right. So, comment, subscribe both our channels. Make sure to check out Michael's. Okay.
You guys know what to do.
All right. So, thank you for watching, and until then, make safe choices.
Jackhammer signing out.
Make safe choices.
Jackhammer signing out.
Make safe choices.
Jackhammer 13 signing out.
The Jackhammer makes safe choices.
Jackhammer 13 signs out, but he makes safe choices while he does so he doesn't hurt himself.
Exactly. Boom. We both our outros signing off statements in one.
Delightful.
All right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Bye. You want to say bye, Michael?
No.
Bye, Michael.